Pitch Level reporter Rob Hammerschmidt. Today, as we check the sportsbreaks.com starting lineup, Mike Petrie.
Chicago makes one change in the engine room today as Piculo joins Piffoletti and Fawcett up front. Quite a few changes in the back line for Chicago. Sweal steps in to lead the show at 10, and it's a fresh back three combination of Dominguez, O'Keefe, and Hand. Head coach Chris Latham knows his team are big favorites to win today, but they still need to be clinical in everything they do. He rests his usual starting 10, Hilson, back on the bench, but can bring him on to steady things if the Hounds need it against this gritty Anthem team. Some changes this week for Anthem in the forward pack. Hansen starts at loose head, Maughan moves to tight head, and Robinson starts at hooker. In the back row, Turner moves to 8 and opens up a spot for O'Shaughnessy at 6. And even more changes now in the back line. Foden starts at 9. Storty and Philly Kitonga swap positions in the midfield. Fricker moves to fullback, and that gives an opening for Tidwell to start at the left wing. Head coach Jeremiah's team continues to be so close to that first ever elusive win. He has depth in his roster that includes the likes of the hot-stepping USA Eagle Mitch Wilson on the bench, hoping to cause an upset and topple on the Eastern.
Between Chicago and Anthem RC, can the RC team break through for its first ever match? Is take an early lead. And make sure there's no life for Anthem RC. Hand out of Cork, Ireland, gains a couple meters. Still working to the outside. Short, the scrum half gets close. Within a couple meters of pay dirt here. Opening moments, only 2.5 minutes in, getting close. Chicago twisting. Referee Luciano waiting to possibly put an arm up. Within about a meter or so. A dive and a score. There in, it's Mason Flash, the blindside flanker. USA eligible player. Operates as the number 9 in this match. Puts it into the scrum for Anthem RC. Good inside pass, getting close inside the 22. So Foden. Offload feed, got Martinez with him. Running in the pack is Alex Maughan as well. Great experience for him. Plenty of tries in his career. Colin Turner, the number 8, another rookie. See a lot of first-time players in the lineup also. Tidwell drives forward, trying to get closer here. No kicks on the season until now, and that's through for 3. So here, Dylan Fawcett, the butcher, at the hooker spot after the championship run with the Ironworkers in New York. He's behind the rolling ball. The big number 2 getting closer, looking for a 4th try of the season and a second of the match for Chicago. Trying to dot it down, he does. The butcher's in. 5 more on the board for Chicago.
Excellent display of work rate from the entire forward pack. You can see some backs getting involved as well coming in. That's Mike Baska there at 21, pushing from the back. So everybody wants to join the party, but Fawcett's the one that
on many levels.
Advantage, not rolling, blue.
Advantage, Anthem RC. Heard the not rolling away call from our referee Luciano. So Foden some room. Opts for the boot instead and sends that executed. Fawcett on the line out. The back of the ball again. Now we can cash it in when they're inside the red zone. Taken by Short. Outside channel there. O'Keefe for the good run. Watching the action on the pitch. Pretty cool. Cool start here, Chicago. Looking for a 3rd try. Good run up pitch here. O'Keefe had some room. Got Devoto with him. Who's had a fantastic season for Chris Latham.
Areas of the field, but they're not capitalizing and turning those opportunities into points.
Tidwell, first-year Anthem RC player after 2 years with the Dallas Jackals. So back it goes in the line out to Chicago. Rumbles ahead. Gains a couple meters. Short set up for the box kick. It's blocked. Chance here to loose ball. Taking Anthem RC the dive. If this will count for the visitors from North Carolina.
And that's Sam Gala that gets his big paws up on that ball. Gets in, blocks the kick. That's the 2nd block they've had on the box kicks from Mitch Short. And this one, really nice job by Foden to just hop on that, head to the corner.
And the Hounds, a couple of meters short. Works off for Piffoletti from Oceanside, California, San Diego area. Rumble, big hit. OT Piffoletti, 72 MLR caps entering the season for him. Lots of great experience up front as the number 1. Here's a sprint out. Anthem RC, some room. Great pass inside. Gall, the big man, marching toward the try line. Trying to get the second dot down in the first half here for Anthem RC. We blocked the kick, setting up a couple meters out. So Foden spins instead. It's built backwards. Possible change of possession here. Chicago on the move. Hand trying to find it. Booted ahead and all the way down pitch across the halfway line. Trying to get toward the 22 in the red zone again here for Chicago. Final moments, first half. SeatGeek Stadium. Chicago would love to tack one on here. In the final few seconds with a win at their back. Here's Flesh, got one already. Mason Flesh. Open pitch. Work to the outside. Good pass. And 5 on the boards. Boston again, the big man.
But this is the midfield break that they really needed. Great quick hands on the inside. What a play that time to just get that pass off. That is the stuff you work on at practice. That is the stuff you hope opens up in the game. And then good inside support run of the first half that Chicago scored. That would have been a very different conversation in each of those locker rooms.
Line out for Fawcett. Back of the rolling ball, up to 5 tries on the year. A couple today with a brace. Love to get the hat trick and beyond. 3 times this year, the first 7 matches, Chicago's had the bonus point for 4+ tries, so I'd like to get that as well on this possession inside the 22. A great start to the match. Would love to replicate that with a good start to half number 2 here tonight. Inside pass, it's Flash by himself, diving through the posts. Mason Flash here. Understands how to run, control the game. Wants to be more of a running threat in the match here. Speaking of running, Chicago across the halfway line. They're short. They'll cycle up for Jones. Gain some territory. Here's Scott, the big man. Second row left block. Leading MLR. Lineout's one with 39. The Englishman at 6'6", 260. Entering play here today. Flesh trying to 20-point match, but Foden and company on possession here. To the outside for Fricker. Had some room. Hudson Feliki Tonga gained some territory toward the 22. The score here would mean so much for Anthem RC's confidence. Fragile side trying to get that first ever win, franchise history today. Inside feed, getting closer. So Foden again. Quick pass, Robinson gains some ground. They're getting closer, but turned over last second. Chicago takes it away. What an effort from DeVant. Replaces him. HIA. Check out there for Dan Hansen. Room here, Chicago. Opportunity, but a pick. Great. Picatoa is back on the pitch here. Anthem RC, we saw a moment ago. On takes a seat. Punched up pitch. Gathered there. Chicago and Michael Hand from Cork, Ireland. Some room until the whistle stops play. 2-on-1. They're still a couple of feet away. Pass goes to the outside, and the dot down is successful. Anthem RC's got it with Wilson.
Take a look at the break here from Wilson. Throws the dummy, finds the gap, finds his opposite halfback inside. Mitch Wilson has been doing so many things for this Anthem side as he comes onto the field. So that was the start of it that started to pile the pressure onto Chicago. And here's the end. Watch this handling from Storty. Great missed pass across the face of Toby Fricker. You're wrapped around him. Really, the only thing you feel like you can do at that point is torque them out of the way, spin them off the ball. And that's what happened there as Anthem. Here we go.
Anthem with Berto Went.
Anthem needs to do the second time that play has gone sloppy. The first one off that block box kick. This time,
finished last season with Seattle. Bain can't handle it cleanly, taken right back by Anthem RC. So the box line out, a problem there for the
try number 4 for them, but to close the gap to get another losing bonus point. They need more than a try to get into the lead, but at least one try would give them those 2 table points that they so desperately need in that Eastern Conference.
Wilson Bourne kick. Good skyward by Sweal, the number 10. Outside the red zone. Fricker trying to find it. Knock on the calling advantage. Chicago short. Inside pass, Flesh gains some meters. Ball goes backwards now, the 50-50 ball. Regained. Anthem MLR caps for him. Tremendous career. Play stopped here, final moments, and things get a little rough afterwards. The Chicago players took a big shot. He's holding his chin and rolling away in pain as emotion starts to boil over here in the last moments.
7, please.
Nothing else? They're flying in. Third man.
No.
Of year 8 of Major League Rugby. Wow. Clearly a team to watch. Oworu. First 2 years, Chicago not part of the playoff picture. Last year, a breakout. Made the Eastern Conference Finals, lost at New England. Here's White. Looking for the offload in the final moments. Passing for Flesh.
A stretch first.
Mason's younger brother is in. It's
Brought back by White.
turned over.
So we'll have a 5-meter scrum to blue.
And a 5-meter scrum is going to be called here in the final moments.
And you can see Connor Mooneyham here saying it was knocked forward first. Storty, same thing, but that's going to do it for us anyway. That's going to end the game.
So that's it. Going to be a 28-20 final. So many good spots in the match, Mike, for Anthem RC. Bright spots again. But unfortunately, for a 24th straight time, in their second year of existence, no win again for Anthem.